Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Florida State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Using his legs, it's Archer. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
That's reeled in. It's Pittman. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him. But they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Power football with the run. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Using his feet. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Back to pass. It's Sperry. Here comes the heat. Got his man to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
got him downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Seminoles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pocket breaking down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the shotgun on third down. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. So Pittsburgh's offense will go to work for the first time. And, David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Wants to return it. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Give to the back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Pulls it and fires to the left. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Berry. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Pitt pushing the pace.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Looking for space. It's Reed. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Pulls it in. It's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Reed. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
They're going to run it to the right. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Rushes on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. And they're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. To throw, it's Holstein. It's complete to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Bringing the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Back to throw, it's Holstein. Got his man down the middle. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Pitt right back to the line. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Finds his man. It's Davis. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job. And look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Wants to throw. It's Holstein. It's complete on the right side. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Pitt pushing the base. Touch pass on the run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Caught near the sticks. It's Lee. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
That's caught. It's Johnson. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. There he goes. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for a man. It's Sperry. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Looking for space. It's Alchuk. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Knowles are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Rides to back and leaves it. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open spaces. The 10. Touchdown, Florida State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Pitt right back to the line. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Ran through the contact. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. Oh, what a cut. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice game. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Shotgun snap on third down. Under fire! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Right down the boulevard. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking for a man, it's Barry. Steps away. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Lee. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
To the air, it's Sperry. He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
The Knowles look to keep this drive humming. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. And the Seminoles line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Knowles! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Holstein. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. A third and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. They'll try it over the left side. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College